So, Coach, Greensboro is a town that is rich in Black history, HBCU history. Can you talk about what it's like representing that town here for the ball game?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a pleasure. That's what it is. It's a true pleasure, to represent Greensboro in this kind of setting, in this kind of platform, and for the world to see. Greensboro, as you say, is very rich, and a lot of traditions. And I'm proud to say we have a grandson.
Yes.
One of the
Mac McCain, definitely.
Mac McCain, so it's embedded in us.
Yeah, definitely. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Okay, Colin, offensive player of the game. You broke celebration goal records. You tied a program record for touchdowns. How does it feel to win today in senior year?
It's a great feeling. It's a blessing to be here. I wasn't here last year. Well, I was here, but I didn't get to play in the bowl game. So to make it back, it's just an honor and a blessing. I thank God every day for it.
Thank you. What's the most exciting part about playing in the AEBL, and how does it help your professional game?
I think the most exciting part is the atmosphere. I'm home, like 20 minutes away, so playing in front of my friends, family, the community, and I think just what job brings to the state of Georgia, to the city of Atlanta. It's a time to come together, and just play basketball, a sport that everybody loves.
Okay, so what's the most valuable thing you think you'll be able to bring to the Atlanta Hawks with your new contract?
I think energy, poise coming off the bench. I think I could do a little bit of everything: score, pass, rebound, defend. I just want to show people around the world that people my height, my size can do what everybody else can do too. So I just want to bring every little thing I can, whatever my teammates need, whatever my coach needs. I think I have a little bit of everything to give. So.
Okay, so what's your biggest takeaway from playing with the Nuggets?
Just the level of competition, the level of I guess love they have for the game. Those guys took it serious every single day. And it was amazing to be a part of a winning culture. It was first in the playoffs, first seed in the playoffs. So just be around those guys, just being able to learn from the coaching staff, from the older people like Isaiah Thomas. It really helped my game a lot. It really helped my game mature, and it's helping me develop into a better player.
All right, thank you so much. All right, so is this your first time attending a Skyhawks game?
This is my very first time attending the game. Ty explained to me exactly what he did with the organization, and I'm just proud of him for a lot of different reasons. We both were born and raised in College Park, went to high school together, lived there, kept homes there all our lives, no matter where the world took us. So this is huge, not just for us, but for where we're from, and everybody that's being raised there now. They can see a whole lot of possibility coming into this arena and watching what Tahiti is doing.
Okay, so how's your experience been so far as the kids?
My experience has been great.
Okay.
Everybody, the energy is good. People are having a good time. The hot cookies have been a hit for my whole family. But on top of that, the hospitality. The family's always treated us like family. And then all of the people that are here are from the same place, so we share this actual bond, even though we don't know each other. So it's been a great experience, and we're definitely going to continue to support forever, not just for today. We're going to come all the time.
Okay, can I get a Go Skyhawks shout out? Go Skyhawks!
Yeah. Go Skyhawks!
So, Coach, you had 2 tough losses to A&T in the Celebration Bowl before. What's going to make this year Alcorn State's year?
I think that the mindset of the young men for this game, after losing the game last year, just the mindset of just to get back here, just to gain everything that we lost. These kids are very determined to get back here, so the mindset of them is very good right now. So hopefully we'll gain our focus and get back to back.
Yeah, it's definitely very impressive to make it back-to-back seasons to the championship stage. Yesterday I talked to John May Martin, and he said he's willing to do anything to get his team to win again this year. What's the key in containing him?
The biggest thing is I told our guys we got to play a perfect ball game. Offense, defense, special teams, we got to be perfect today for us to win this ball game.
Okay, good luck to you.
Thanks.
What's your thoughts on how the team has been playing so far?
We've been playing. It's the first season for us, so there's still some chemistry we got to put together. But all together, man, we all got the same goal: is to get somebody to the next level, and obviously win a championship. So I think in due time we can put that together.
How was your experience today with the Skyhawks tryouts?
It was great. This is a great opportunity. 30 minutes from the house, being able to try to play with these guys. I'm just blessed to be able to be out here. That's always my story, you know. I'm just hoping for the best right now. I hope I did good enough today to be able to come to training camp, see where we can go from there.
Okay, so what have you done to prepare for the tryouts? Anything?
Oh, all summer. I'm just working. I got my best friend is my trainer, Miles Harris. We get it in every day. You know, he pushing me to be able to come out here and perform how I performed today. So it's really on him. It ain't even me. I can't even take the credit, honestly, because he put so much work into me that I've got so much credit because of that.
Okay, what is making this team or just playing on a professional level mean to you?
Everything. You know, everybody knows my story. Everybody remembers me from the broken leg, but before that, it was so much more to me. You know, now it's so much more to me, and I'm just trying to prove to people that I can still play. That's just a freak accident, and that was really all it was.
Trying to get to the free throw line.
What are you confident about heading into the game against Long Island?
Obviously, we're confident we beat them one time already. So we also know that it's going to be a different team. They didn't have their two-way players with them. Henry Ellenson is a stretch four that can cause matchup problems. So, you know we beat them one time, but we're not going to hang our hat on that. And we're coming off this loss, so definitely got to get back in the gym, clean up some things on both sides of the ball. And we know Long Island is going to be gunning for us and trying to even a score.
What's the most exciting part about playing in the AEBL, and how does it help your off-season game?
Just really getting up and down, having some fun for the kids and stuff like that, for the community.
What's the biggest challenges you think you'll face next season?
Face this season?
Next
You
season.
never know. Just whatever it is, you got to be ready. You got to be resilient. Whatever it is, I'm going to be ready. Stuff like this is always something that's going to help.
What's the most exciting part about being involved in WNBA Fit?
Just the look on the kids' faces, the importance of being fit, being in shape, living healthy lives, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And it's just awesome to give back to the kids. Just seeing them jump up and down, dance. It's just a pleasure to be here.
Okay, thank you. And what was the biggest factor that made you decide to play in the last home game this season?
Just I wanted to get back out there, put on a jersey, I'm not asking for 40 minutes for the game. That's not going to happen. But just to get out there one more time before the season ends and just put on that jersey, it's going to be the best feeling in the world.
Okay. And as a two-time gold medalist, a #1 draft pick, it's for sure that you're well respected. What advice would you give younger athletes who might be going through their first injury? They're getting discouraged. They want to rush the process.
Even if you've had multiple injuries, you're coming back. It's not over. It's not the end. Sometimes mentally you feel like it's a struggle. It's a long grind. You feel like you just want to give up. I've had many of those nights, days, but the body heals itself, and the comeback is even greater. Sometimes you have bumps in the road in life. It just makes it for something special. So hang in there, kids, or whoever. Just go through your therapy. You're going to make it through. You got this.
Thank you. What's the biggest area of improvement you think is needed, heading into the playoffs?
Mental toughness. The playoffs is like a new season, and our team is very inexperienced in the playoff realm. So just have to lock in and take a lot of mental focus, mental toughness.
What's your favorite part about the new arena?
The front that has my picture. I think I need a bigger picture though.
What's the biggest difference between playing overseas and playing here?
Oh, they're way worse overseas. No joke. I mean, it's tougher. Don't get me wrong. It's like 144 women that are the best in the world, in the country. Then you go overseas and you're playing, women who have been pros since they were like 16, 17 years old. So they've been playing against grown women all their life, and then we come over there and now we're playing with them. They're used to the ball. We look at them and go, oh, they're only, 2-3 years prep, and then they wind up, going off in a game. So I'll say the competition is wider. Yeah. Like the spread is much wider. You get to the league, you have a lot of good coaches, you have a couple of good point guards. Overseas, it's like anybody's game, really. So you can't discredit nobody overseas. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you want to ask first?
Yeah, I'll start off with what do you want to focus on most this off season?
Defensively being better, and take the time that I have in Australia and playing against those teams to work on that. And then consistency from the three-point line was better this year, but I need to take it probably 3 or 4 steps behind the line and be able to knock that down on a consistent basis to draw the defenders.
Okay, and what's the biggest difference between playing overseas and playing here in the U.S.?
The competition's different depending on where you are. For me in Australia, the big difference is the bigs are a lot more mobile and they step out beyond the three-point line. And the pace of the game is fast, so that helps a lot when I'm coming back here. But it's just a different look every single day based on personnel.
And what would you say that your biggest moment of growth this season was?
Definitely my mid-range game, being able to knock down shots coming off pin downs or stagger screens. I think that was something for me last year I struggled a little bit with, and this year it was a lot more consistent.
What's one thing you want to improve on going into next season and going into your off season overseas?
Right now it's really consistency. I had it a lot in the first part of the season, probably prior to All-Star break, and then things changed a little bit, and for me that's not the kind of player I want to be. I want to kind of be straight line across, so understanding that.
Thank you so much. As a fellow alum of NC State, I had to ask you how you feel the school's basketball program has helped you develop to play professionally.
Man, where do I start, honestly? Just by working every day, on and off the court, honestly. Being at that school honestly helped me prepare for life. So, I'm thankful for everybody who helped me through my, my life obstacles there. And I hope everybody's doing well. And shout out to Coach Keats.
Oh, yeah.
That's my guy right there. Shout out Hargrave, man. I hope those guys are doing well as well. I got to see them soon.
Okay. So what's the most exciting part about playing in the AEBL, and how does it help your off-season game?
Just by working on things that, that can help you get better. Getting a bunch of shots up, and also playing against guys out here like Lou Will, Kobe Simmons, Jaylen Brown, man. We're keeping the culture going.
Okay, thank you. Let's see, what was the biggest challenge being a two-way player?
Biggest challenge? Staying ready, making sure you're always trying to improve every single day, no matter what. Within the games, working on your game, working on things that you might need at the next level and stuff. So that might be the biggest challenge. It's just, making sure you're always ready.
That perspective, everything should be all right. Maybe.
How do you feel about the draft pick, Cam Reddish?
I think he's pretty good. I watched him in college, and Quinn Cook was high on him because, he's not a good guy. But, yeah, he's pretty good.
What are your expectations for the season?
Better it out, so happy about that.
What are you confident about heading on the road to Capital City?
Obviously confident that we have a taste of a win. So, again, the glass is always half full, so we won 2 of our last 3 games. And we won it in different ways. Cat Barber carried us against Fort Wayne. So you always preach in the G League, next man up, be ready for opportunity, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So I think all of those are positives. Winning 2 of our last 3, winning in different types of ways. I think, as you saw tonight, the guys in double figures, we have in possibly, Bruno had 9, he could have easily had 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys at double figures. Kenny Gabriel could have easily been double figures. So, practice what we preach, being the next man up, whoever's game it is. And defenses are gonna, take certain things away. There are defenses that try to get the ball out of Brandon Goodwin's hands. There are defenses that, like you saw the last couple games, kind of dare our bigs to make shots. So just again, being ready, seeing what the game dictates, playing unselfishly. But again, let's continue to, as we come back after the DC game, we got 2 home games against a really good Canton team. So we have some time now to put some games together, make some hay, get some momentum hopefully in our division.
Okay, and what's the most challenging part about being a two-way player?
I think the mindset of going up and coming back down. Some players, they look at it as I don't know. I look at it as an opportunity for me. I'm blessed to have this opportunity, and we'll go as far as possible with it.
All right, how was the level of competition at the Hawks Naismith tournament this year?
It was good. It's great competition. Something we're gonna learn from, definitely, and be better when the season get to the playoff.
Hey, Catrice Albert, thank you so much for speaking with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. I'm gonna start off by asking you, can you talk about the importance of HBCU representation in the NCAA?
Yeah, so it is so important that our student athletes, 500,000 of our greatest assets all across the country, are able to see themselves reflected in those that coach, teach, and lead them. And so it's so important to have representation at every level of higher education, but especially in our departments of athletics around coaches and athletics administrators. So our commitment to HBCUs and those that are interested in careers in the sports industry is, very important that we are focused in on building a pipeline so that folks know that they can launch their careers and build their careers and advance their careers in the sports industry.
Okay, wow, thank you. So next I'm going to ask you to speak on the HBCU Collaborative and what need your office saw for this initiative.
So the NCAA's HBCU Collaborative is a brain trust of the Office of Inclusion and Human Resources at the National Office. And we are just really wanting to dive in and do a deep dive related to HBCUs so that we are able to do much more related to education, related to excitement, related to engagement through sports. And so we want to make sure that our HBCUs are in partnership and in collaboration and seeing that we are trusted collaborators through the NCAA. So the collaborative is really focused in on making sure that our presidents and our senior administrators and our departments of athletics are entrusting us to help in terms of educating, exciting, and engaging others related to the sports industry.
Okay, definitely. And lastly, I have to ask you, being the highest ranking female executive at the national office, what advice do you give younger girls and women hoping to, have a career or move up in their career in a male-dominated industry?
Yeah, well, the first piece of advice I want to say to all women and girls interested in careers in sports or other careers that are male-dominated is that you're enough. You are more than enough. But it is really important that you have all of the credentials that are needed so that you are competing at the highest level in the intellectual capacity and education. You take every opportunity that's given to you, be it a fellowship or an internship, to get more hands-on experiences. You need mentoring. You need to get great mentors, those that are going to support you and advocate for you, those that will open doors into rooms where you rightfully belong. And then the final thing that I would say is never see any opportunity or too much hard work as too much hard work. The hard work gets you to the next step. So I'm really excited to have been interviewed, and I thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, so who do you model your play style after?
I like to watch Kawhi Leonard. He gets to any shot, any spot he wants on the court, effectively, easily. They're not too flashy, just a scorer.
Obviously, that got them in the league, so I think we just need to be a little more aggressive early in the paint.
So what are your plans in the off season, and how do you plan on helping the growth of the stuff you have with the blocks and rebounds?
Just when I'll be in Turkey playing.
The Hawks last year, on the bench, obviously when you weren't playing. But what was the reputation of the Hawks around the league, on outsider looking in?
Just a young team, that's working their way up.
What's your thoughts on how the team has been playing so far?
We've been playing. It's the first season for us, so there's still some chemistry we got to put together. But all together, man, we all got the same goal: is to get somebody to the next level, and obviously win a championship. So I think in due time we can put that together.
What will be the biggest challenge heading into the playoffs?
With this season, staying healthy, knock on some wood. I think that's just the biggest thing for us, is to stay healthy, everybody stay on the court. I think that's honestly, that's literally the biggest thing with the way the season has been going.
I'm busy.
What do you want to focus on most this offseason?
Defensively being better. I'm going to take the time that I have in Australia and playing against those teams to work on that. And then consistency from the three-point line was better this year, but I need to take it probably 3 or 4 steps behind the line and be able to knock that down on a consistent basis to draw the defenders.
Carries you a long way, I think.
What are you excited about the most coming to Atlanta?
I'm pretty closer to home now, so I have a lot more friends and family around me now, so that should be cool.
Okay, it was a close game, so what allowed the team to get over the hump down the stretch?
Yeah, I think it can't be, overstated. Ty Wallace, what he brings, and again, for media, for fans, for our players, that's that thin line. So, he gets a DNP in an NBA game, and I thought, the way he played today defensively, getting into the basketball, playing tough nose, talking, just doing the little things, and offensively, not just the way he shot the ball, but you're a true professional when you just show up without having to practice, all new teammates, all new learning guys' names, new coach. It's the first time I met him today, so it's a credit to him, and I give him the credit again for gutting out the win and kind of taking care of business down the stretch in the fourth.
Okay, so 50 seconds left. Kenny Gabriel gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
What adjustments did you make to keep the momentum and secure the win?
Yeah, again, going back to the foul trouble piece, you're trying to juggle it. So with Marcus has 5, as a coach, you never want to think overtime. At the back of your mind, you're always thinking like, okay, right now, is Kenny Gabriel in foul trouble? We know Bruno had 5. We know Marcus Derrickson had 5. So we're platooning our bigs. But when he goes down, the good news was, even if we didn't have Bruno available, he ended up fouling out that next possession. So Kenny goes down, but we still have Marcus, and we still have Bruno. Unfortunately, Bruno picked up that foul. ATO play, he fouls out, but the clock is our best friend. It was on our side. And Sanjay Lumpkin's another guy, true professional, started games for us last season, been injured, was on a minute restriction, so that's such a luxury for us to throw him in crunch time, and he's such a good, for me, utility knife, guy, Swiss Army knife, guy can do anything, play 2, 3, 4, so for him to just jump in because Kenny's out, Bruno fouled out, Marcus has 5, give credit again to Sanjay for coming in and getting a big stop.
You mentioned